Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing another project. I said I'm going to try something a little bit simpler. I don't know how much more simpler it's going to be, but we're going to do it. We're going to do a lobster. So I got two patterns. This is just one to look at kind of thing for references. And then what we did was we cut out another one. So the claws and the leg and all those guys, they're going to be separate because what we're using is again, our cedar. So we drew out, I'll just turn you around here. I drew out the pattern. Where the hell are you? Down here. I drew out the pattern here. So it's going to be fairly sized, not too crazy. It'll be bigger with the claws and everything. Unfortunately, the bandsaw is still on the poops. I need another blade. So I'm going to just cut this with a jigsaw. I'll cut this out and I'll show you what it looks like when it's there, and then we'll start shaping it out. All right, stay tuned. All right, guys. So, I just lost our paper. We took out our wood with our jigsaw, and we kind of cut it. Just try to get into some sort of, because the tail's got to be really thin. We want it thin. So we're going to be using two different brands today of our burrs. One is a saber tooth, and the other is a cut saw. This is the bad boy. He's extreme and he's huge. You can find these guys on my link. I will set a link downstairs, down in the description, and you can find these guys. I don't remember the name of them. I always say that, but whatever. I don't have these guys as a support. You can go to saber tooth if you really want one, but these guys we do have. So we're going to start off by taking off. We're going to round, and then we're going to use this guy to get in to the tail. We're going to put like 3 slots in there so that we can bring that down. We're also going to bring the tail down a lot too, so let's go at that. Guys, so I got that much done. So today, right now, what we're going to do some detail work. I drew my lines in. We want certain parts to be sticking out, certain parts going in. So basically where the grooves are, we'll have that cut in. I'll show you. We're going to be using our tie tools today. And all I'm going to do, show you, is we're going to get this part dug under. I don't know if you can see that. We're going to dig out, I guess these are the top of the insides. So, it also has a, you want to bring out the center line. And then you have some sort of, I don't know what they call that, a little design here. I'm going to bring that out on the top of them. And then some sort of triangle part I see here. I don't know the technical of it, but whatever. Yeah. Okay. We also, inside, as you can see, there's little points to the sides here. And we want to get that sort of established right away. Be a little bit difficult. Okay, so here we got that going on. One thing I'm being careful of is because it's getting thin, we don't want to overcut and it's going to snap off right away. My luck, it'll happen. Now the bottom, just the top, the bottom, we kind of rounded it off already. Just gonna take a pencil, and I want to follow, of course, the same grooves as what we have with the other one on the other side. And you want to sort of follow it. It probably won't be as noticeable because if this is placed on something like on a pad, you won't see the bottom end. But you know what? Why not make it look somewhat good? You're doing a carving. So what we're going to do next is take our Kutzall rasp, our file, and we're just going to work on getting these grooves down inside here. This will help us have more of a shape to it. You can kind of see it's getting there. This will take a while, so I'll just file this up and I'll get back. We're going to do some eyes. So we're going to use our bit that we have used for all the other ones. It's like a little circle bit. It has some thread in there, not thread, but grip. So it's on the outside. It's mostly for like contouring items, but it's good to make inside. Make our eyes with it. So what we're going to do is we'll bring it down here. Sorry. Oh, like that. We'll make an eye on both sides. We'll sort of make it big. I don't know if you can see that. But we got two eyes there happening. Sorry, my eyesight's not great. I can't see if you can see that. I'll try to get a little bit deeper. We have the eyes, and then we'll just kind of bring out that part where we cut in. See, we're sanding it in. I'm sort of just pulling the edges out. It would be perfect, so we could just sort of smooth our edges of our tail. Also get inside of these cracks here. You can barely see it, but maybe later when it's painted we'll see better. And of course, we'll just take our normal sandpaper and we're going to sand it down as much as we can. So I'll sand this down, we'll get back. So next step is to make our legs for our lobster. Now our lobster should have been a little bit more rounded. There is another way to do it, is I can cut this and I could cut it and then put some nails in it, which I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here first of all. So what I did was I went to the dollar store and I bought some of these big fat round ones, and these work perfect because they are the exact size we want for our pieces. Now all I did was I took one of my burrs and I kind of just rounded it off on each of the corners. Okay, so very simple. And then what I want to do, shut this fan off. What I want to do is I'm just gonna put some. I'm gonna show you, bring it down here. I'm just gonna add some glue. I'm just gonna put it on my table because it's okay. Makes your table solid. And then what I did was I took a nail, all right, and I cut the head off. Drilled a little hole inside. This is gonna be the back end. I'm gonna add some glue all over it. Put it in the hole. Take the other side. And I'm going to do the same thing. Now, the nail allows me to do the bend. and then just adding a little bit of glue to the side. So then we could do the same thing for the tip, is we're just going to add some glue, put it in the hole that we drilled, and then we'll continue with the tip of the claw, and there you have his leg that will have an arch to it. Okay, so then from there, just take your little bit of glue and then put it where the joints are, so you get a solid bond, and then let it dry. I'm going to keep on doing, because these are the big, I did 2 of the big ones, 2 of the bigger claws. These are the front claws. Added a little bit of design there, but I mean, we're going to fix this up after. And then I'm going to do the small ones, and then we're going to place them where we want. So that's it. As simple as that to make the legs. I mean, I could have taken a piece of wood, tried carving it, you know, carve, cut, whatever, rounded everything. But it took me forever. Now, nope. All right. So I'll get back to you with more progress. All right, guys. Excuse me. We got one of the 2 claws cut out. I know one's supposed to be bigger than the other, so I'm not sure, sorry, which one's going to be which. But it's going to go, say like that. Let me see if I can do this better. There's the front. Something like that. Maybe. We'll see. So I'm working on this. I'm just cutting down the claws. Once that's done, then sand it, and then burn it, and then I'm going to prime it and paint it, and then put a base to it. So yeah, this is going to be part 1 of 2, maybe 3 again, because this is what we do. We have to do parts. I don't like to, but it seems like it just gets really long in the tooth after a while. A lot of dust blowing around. I'll keep on going at this. Nothing complicated, nothing serious. Just follow the lines, round it off, get that little claw thinner than the big claw. You can see that. You know, there's a pincer claw, and then there's the crushing claw. This picture really doesn't do justice of that. They look like the same claws, so. And then these guys here, we're going to figure out what we're going to do for that later. Our legs are pretty much dried up. We're just going to sand them down, and then we're going to keep them rough, because that's what it is, they're rough. All right, I guess we'll continue. Okay, so working on the claws, what we did was we just, I don't know if you can see that very well, but I kind of dug into them. You can see a little bit better on this one. We kind of have the same size of claw. This one looks a bit bigger, maybe. I don't know, a little fatter. I still got to bring this down. So all I'm doing is I'm just trying to dig out that claw area. So let's show you here. I'm not going to put the fan on, or this tool. All I'm doing is I'm bringing this area in and trying to sharpen this out. I've only eaten lobster a couple times, red lobster, of course. I do enjoy it. One day I'd love to either go to the Maritimes in Canada or the UK. I just want to give a little bit of a shout out to a YouTuber that I've been watching also. It's called The Fish Locker, and he's in the UK, and really friendly guy, really nice guy. He seems like a really very knowledgeable of his fish. Knows a lot about fish and everything else he does. I think that's what he does for a living. Though I've tended to start watching his videos every day, just like when I find a great YouTuber like myself, and of course Danny Harris and the Fish Locker, but and then Vogus Prospecting, I think it is. That's another one. That's funny. The guy's I think he's in the UK also somewhere, and he does gold, digs for gold. I like that kind of stuff. It's interesting to me. One day, maybe I'll get to do that. Doubt it, but you can always dream, right? All right, guys. So that last part of the video just kind of went fast, and I don't know what happened, but I just want to wish everybody a happy Canada Day, because that's what it is today, and show you this is where we're at, and that's going to be part 1. Nothing's glued together or stuck together. Still a lot of detail sanding. So we're going to just finish that because it's getting kind of long in the tooth, and really want to say hi to everybody, and thanks for watching. If I can do it, you can do it. Stay tuned for part 2. All right, guys. So, and check out those shout outs that I sent, the fish locker, Danny Hare's Low Prospecting. Those guys are pretty cool. And of course the Rock's always good. He's always saying something funny or serious, I don't know, either way he's good. All right, stay tuned, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.